Welcome back to Great Tastes of Manitoba. Great to have you. Thank you for watching Ace Burpee, Roxanne, Lewko, Manitoba pulse growers. So we're packing pulses for lunch. So we've had some hearty stew, right? It was really good. Chickpeas in there. And we had some lentil calzones. Great. Now we need a cookie.
Cookies.
What are we going to make?
Yay. Oatmeal, coconut, raisin cookies.
Okay.
They are gluten-free for those out there. And even if you're not following a gluten-free diet, they're just delicious.
You know what? Let's get this information out there again, because I feel like pulses, like one bean at a time, one pea at a time, are going to save the world. No, really.
Yes, they will.
This world needs food, and there's a protein shortage, and these things are, pulses are gluten-free, super high in protein, low in fat. What else can they
High in fiber?
High in fiber, super high
Yeah.
in fiber, yeah. They're like a superfood. It's good.
Superfood.
Okay.
So this
what is
particular
in
recipe,
here?
we've already got some butter, softened butter, and brown sugar mixed together. To that, we're going to add some white bean puree. So to make a bean puree, I just took a can of white beans. I rinsed them and drained them, put them in a blender, roughly a 1/3 cup water for every 1 cup of beans, and just blend them up. Now, the nice thing about purees, so you're probably going to make a big batch of it. It's good in the freezer for up to 6 months. So
couldn't
this
you
recipe,
add it to like right now we're adding it to these oatmeal cookies, but couldn't you add it to like tons of stuff?
there's tons of recipes
Yeah.
you can add them to. Yeah, muffins, breads, any type of baking
I know.
really. So freeze it in the amount that your recipe calls for, and then it's easy to use. So we're going to add the white bean puree. I'm going to get you to mix that up.
No problem.
Choop, choop, blend away.
Never mind the fact that this will be the first official time I've ever used one of these in my life, but that's it.
No.
Yeah.
Really?
I feel like it requires 2 hands, but I don't think it's supposed
I don't
to.
think so.
Oh, that's wildly fun.
So that's getting mixed up.
Yeah.
I'm going to add an egg.
Do it.
Whoop, whoop, and a bit of vanilla. To keep blending. So while that's mixing,
Yeah.
the dry ingredients, we've got rolled oats. Now, if you actually are on a strict gluten-free diet, you got to make sure that they're pure, uncontaminated oats.
Correct.
But rolled oats, we're going to add some coconut.
Stino loves coconut, guy on the crew.
And in here,
Get
I've
into
got baking soda,
I'll sell you one.
cinnamon, salt, and xanthan gum. So I brought some to show. This is how xanthan gum is sold.
I feel like you're having to fight over my blender.
Yeah.
Like you were really yelling
Was
there.
I
Like
really
you
yelling?
had to. There's no way to hear you.
Sorry. It's blended enough.
I'll
for
get
now.
back
You're
in there, yeah.
good. So xanthan gum, this is what it would look like in the store if you were going to buy it. Basically, glutens are binding agents in a baking product, so they hold it together. So without gluten, your baking's going to fall apart. That's where this stuff comes in. It really holds it together. It kind of acts almost like a gum.
And then your
keeps it
product,
together.
what you're baking is still gluten-free.
Absolutely, yes. So we're going to add that in there. Now, I'll just mix up the dry. Once the dry is mixed up, we'll slowly add it to the wet, and you'll keep blending until
Yes,
it's
I will.
combined. Yes, you will. Okay, so I'm
What's-
just going to add like half of it and let you get started.
You know what cookie I like better than oatmeal cookies? None.
None?
No.
None?
Oatmeal's one. I love oatmeal.
Oatmeal's good.
Oatmeal is good. Why do you think horses run so fast? That's what they eat. Oats. Well, try and outrun a horse. They're not gonna do it. Full of oats, they'll beat you in a race.
I'm going to slowly
Well,
add
go
some
race a
more.
horse. Ben Johnson raced a horse, he lost. I watched it on YouTube.
There. We add
Used to
that
have a
there.
horse. Died.
So that's kind of mixed. You can probably stop with the mixing.
I like to go up.
Easy, easy.
Yeah,
You need an apron.
you really want to get into it.
So then we're gonna add some raisins. Yum, yum. Shoop. And
You
actually,
can't blend raisins, can you?
I'm gonna just keep the spoon. We'll just mix the raisins in with a tablespoon. Now this is where procedure is very important. A little bit fancy.
Very formal.
We're gonna get, you need wet hands to do this, to be honest, which is weird. I know it's very sticky if you don't. So wet, wet, wet hands. Use an ice cream scoop to measure out and just kind of scoop it into your hand and shape it into a ball. Plunk it on your, and usually after you've made about, well, that's a big one. Mine is a big one.
Yours is
Yeah, mine's
massive,
big.
yeah. That is excessively large.
Probably after 4 or 5 cookies, you'll have to re-wet your
Woo! That's the smash technique. No, that is a technique. I'm not kidding.
You'll have to re-wet your. So
The smash cooking technique.
If you don't do it that way, you can flatten them a bit with a spoon.
And then they.
Anyway, and then you're gonna bake them.
Yes.
For 15-20 minutes until they brown.
I feel like you should look at. Everyone should look at what these look like at the end because they are unbelievable. And they smell ridiculous.
They're actually quite good warmed up with ice cream.
Are you kidding?
No.
Stino, I'll sell you one of these for a toonie right now. Do it. Look at this guy. There. Just made $2. Bake sale. That is awesome. We're going to pair these and we'll come right back and do that. Stick with us.